the interior of this thing is just beautiful.
Okay,
I
well,
haven't got really finished yet, where it shows all the like what lights are on, turn signals and all that stuff. But after it's finished, it's gonna look almost identical.
that will be awesome. Okay, we should be golden now. Just go check one last time here. Thing looks
That's enough
better.
modding for today.
Looks good, looks good, looks good. Oh, roll with that. That looks good. So, perfect. We're back streaming again, I guess. Wonderful times. Quick Facebook post. This is always the rough part, is when something fails on a stream, because like half of it you can't actually check before it actually starts.
But it's strange.
Perfect, perfect. That's loaded. We'll roll with this. Looks like it's still trying to throw into 1080p, but I don't care.
Is it still trying to go down to 720?
No, it's out of 720 now, but like on my Streamlabs, it's set up for like widescreen on it, but then like on YouTube, it put the black bars around the top and the bottom of it. So, oh well.
Oh yeah, it's because you're streaming widescreen. Basically, it's the same case if you're watching a YouTube video or something that's ultra wide.
Yeah.
You either have to scale it down, or you have to what do you call it? Just deal with the black bars. Since like on the desktop, I'm pretty sure, like if I go to an ultra wide video, it'll actually make the video really wide on the screen if I put it on that one mode or whatever.
Yeah,
That's like a full screen.
the theater
That,
mode.
yeah, it'll just be the widescreen
So
itself. It wouldn't.
that's how I did the other videos. At the Midwest one. Okay, well maybe I did it on everything. Interesting. Huh. Okay. So that's just a Facebook or a YouTube thing. That's not on me. Okay, that's all I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. I really like the widescreen, but it does have its downfalls when it comes to like stuff like that.
I really like my 1080p monitor. It'd be nice to have a better one. Um, but yeah, I probably won't go widescreen speaking since I'm on a 1080 Ti, and that thing would probably turn into a bomb.
Yeah, I want something a little bit slight bigger than that.
20 series or something.
3080.
I still
Like
get a
the TI version of that. So
yeah. So you have a big advantage over me. I still get a kick out of it that the 1080 Ti is like 3% better than the 3060 Ti. Since I was like, oh, I wonder what. Since I was thinking about the 3060, I'm like, oh, really no difference. Mine is just have an RTX, I guess.
yeah, I got mine once they announced the new series of cards, so the price dropped pretty quick.
The 40 series.
Yeah.
When they announced those.
Yeah, I just don't have the money for a 40 series, so
Oh no, what you will.
there.
Also,
There's some
Scout.
modders that are getting them. We've talked about it, so. But I think they have like computer like programming jobs, and they just make bank, so
yeah.
that makes sense.
But like simple FS modding, I don't really see the point.
No.
Unless you're modeling everything yourself using like a Ryzen 9 and pair it with something else that's like stupid good for when you're 3D modeling and make a really nice render.
Yeah, somewhere you're still going to have a bottleneck. It's so hard to get a no bottleneck computer anymore now these days.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't happen a whole lot.
Like those Ryzen 9s are really nice CPU. It's just the only bad thing about them is the amount of cores they use isn't best for the gaming. It's but if you're using a Ryzen 7, they're really good for gaming. It's just there's downsides. Like if you're making mods for FS, you're gonna get a little worse performance in FS compared to if you had a Ryzen 7 that's fewer cores, I think. And you'll get better FPS in game.
So yeah, I'm rolling with the highest i9 Intel processor. So
I just really like one of those people that like Ryzen. One thing I give like AMD is I like how if you have like an AM4 motherboard, how you can go all the way up to a Ryzen 9 if you like what do you call it? Update your BIOS.
yeah.
That's one thing I prefer.
No, I pretty much built mine from scratch last year. So actually, I did build it from scratch. So yeah.
Mine's been built from scratch. It's just slowly been upgraded over the years.
So.
But recently I got a new case. That's about it. Since the last one was just a big bulky metal one that conducted more heat than anything.
That's really the only upgrade I've done besides the graphics cards since I built it. It was not necessarily case, but the case had different fans than like my actual like cooling system did. So I just went and bought like a 3-pack of like the cooling system fans and put those in the case, so everything's like synced up together now, which is nice. Howdy, Kevin. Thanks for joining on this evening. So like all the LEDs and everything work exactly how they should. So, which is a nice advantage, not having to have like 5 different softwares.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I don't like right now. I don't have the LEDs on. I don't hardly have them on anyway, because it sits under my desk, so I don't really see it.
Yeah. What do you call it? If you ever have to like do any RGB thing, some guy in GitHub made something called OpenRGB, which can control like Razer keyboards. Basically, groups everything together.
That would be cool.
It's handy.
Like, so Corsair has like the lights that like go on your desk, and like I've thought about getting like some of those to set it up to where like it is like color codes the GPU temperature and stuff. Mainly because like I actually want to see if I can even get it hot enough for it to kick on the 3rd fan, because I've yet to do that. So it's interesting to watch sometimes. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think I might have put a little bit too much silage in that, but that's okay.
My what do you call it? I've kind of given up on those bots that announce your like streams and all that stuff, since whenever I work on mine, it's just like, nope, I'm not gonna do anything.
Taylor set this one up in here, and it seems, well, no. So Taylor set one up to work, and it didn't work. So then I just went and found a different one, and it seems to do the trick most of the time.
It does it to a degree.
Yeah, so, which I just have to be careful, like, if I'm trying to test broadcast settings, to make sure that I put it as private so it doesn't accidentally, like, ping.
Yeah.
Like, last night when I was trying to get stuff fixed, like, I wasn't setting it to private, so it just kept pinging everything, and I was like, this sucks. So.
Yeah.
But we should set on it now, so.
I'm surprised that hasn't alerted anyone yet.
On this stream?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I got a notification it pinged someone. Or it pinged the group anyway. Yeah.
I must have not seen it or whatever.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, it might only ping me from the way this looks, which doesn't surprise me. Yep.
I think we'll have to see.
That's wonderful. The channel was set to where you couldn't, no one from outside could see it. Wonderful. Freaking.
Did you just turn it off or whatever while you were doing that stuff so people weren't kept getting pinged over and over and over?
No. I don't think so anyway. I just gave up last night, so it's like it's not worth the pain of the hassle right now. This was at like 1 a.m. I was like, you know what?
Oh,
we're not just done. So I just went in and deleted all or like removed the pings.
Yeah.
I wish I could
figure out what.
Go ahead.
I've been trying to figure out what games to play lately. You know when you played so many games and you just kind of get burnt out of one, and then you go and play another one, you get burnt out of that one.
Yeah, I completely understand that.
Let's look at my Steam library of what I can install, because I have too many games.
Yeah, I kind of bounce around. I mean, generally if I start getting bored of FS, I'll try to find a new modding project, and that will generally like spike my focus again.
Yeah.
Or if I have like a really good save going, like this one right here, then I can keep up pretty good.
If I get bored enough one of these days, I might download good old FS15 or something.
Are they still charging for it? I can't even remember.
Yeah, you still have to pay for the game. It's just I have it from owning the game for so long. When it came out, I bought it. I don't want to lose brain cells. I can hop on Gary's mod and just get screamed at by people.
What is Gary's mod? I see people playing it all the time, but I've just never understood what it is.
You basically know like what Half-Life 2 and all those games is, or Team Fortress 2 and all the games Valve kind of made.
Ah, okay.
It's basically all the assets bunched up into the game, which is just a sandbox game. It ranges from a ton of stuff. It's just basically kind of like you can get in like Dark RP, which that's like RP chunk, prop hunt, yada yada. There's too much stuff.
So it's kind of like a Robloxy kind of.
Kinda, but a lot more intelligent.
For sure.
Wow, he 100%ed that game. Congrats. One fun game is too, if you ever need to get bored, you can always play My Summer Car.
See, I hardly have enough time as it is. Like, this is my first, like, day off where I haven't had to do anything, and I've just, like, I slept in till 9, which is the latest I've slept in for, like, the last 3 months. So.
My Summer Car is just a game that you play, get mad, quit playing, come back to it, rinse and repeat. It's interesting.
I ain't gonna lie, all my crops are kind of worrying me because it's September 3rd and none of them are ready to be harvested yet. Like, don't even look like close to being ready to harvest.
Okay.
Like, just silage corn and it's still like, yeah, a little worried. Kevin, that almost sounds like it was a missive map instead of a spec map. I don't know how many files it had with it, but you might just try putting like your quote unquote spec map into your missive spot on there and just see what it does. Yeah, and Commander also have beans that have yet to even come out of the ground, so it's interesting. So I don't know exactly what to do because textures. Or is there like several of them, or is it just diffuse, normal, and spec? Because not every place like routes it the same way as for FS does, which is. Wish there was consistency across games, but there's really not. I don't know when the tether is coming out. Do not know. I have like 2 or 3 issues. I had to fix it real quick and send back.
I might actually load up. Yeah, I may load up Gmod for once.
Kevin, I would say. I would think that the spec is just different, or like just messed up somewhere or something like that. I don't know if you are on.
Jeez. It's been so long since I last played that game, I had to agree to a couple things.
If you can't figure anything out, Kevin, just like reach out to me and I can try and build a spec map for you with those. But just see if you can't get it. If not, I can probably throw it together somewhat quickly.
Is he trying to use, what do you call it, the, trying to think what it's called. That Adobe something, whatever it's called.
No, he went and got textures from a website, and it had a spec map built in with it, and then it wasn't working.
No.
It was like giving it like a mirror look in GE, so I assume.
Yeah, you can always throw on one of those spec maps that whoever made them that were really nice. The like spec map where 1, 2.
Well, the problem is it's for bricks.
Oh.
So
yeah,
it's almost have to be a custom. Almost has to be a custom, which if it doesn't work, I can probably do it materialized somewhat quickly. Or substance painter, but that just cost a hot penny.
Substance painter's expensive.
I'm lucky enough I get it for free through work, so
Nice.
it's that's where a good chunk of Patreon money would go all the time.
Yeah.
I averaged it up and I used like 30,000 liters of like silage a day, which is just like insane. And I have yet to do the math on actually how much that accumulates to a year. Yeah. So with that estimate, it's over 1 million liters of silage. Just silage alone for an entire year. That's
Oh,
only it's only for like 70 cows.
I guess I know what game I'm playing when Texas comes out.
What did you say? Texas? Is that what?
Oh yeah, ATS when Texas comes out.
I haven't got on to ATS in like a year.
It's changed a lot. It looks a little better too.
I never really thought that it was like bad looking. It was just different from like FS. But
had better reflections in my opinion. I think it runs off of a similar engine that DMG runs off of. Because what do you call it? I guess they added drive shaft torque on the game now too. So if you stomp on your throttle, there's a lot of torque in your semi, it'll pick up one of the wheels.
Huh. I don't know how you're supposed to not do that on a keyboard, but okay. Just every time you hit the gas.
Yeah, it picks up one of the wheels. Like if you're running one of them unrealistic engines that like have a stupid amount of torque, you just be like, oh no.
Just bends your frame.
Oh, that's straight out of FS. Seems legit. That someone made a, what do you call it? Oh my god, they even credited custom modding for it. What do you call it? They pulled custom modding's 9RT and they put it on a trailer and made it a low job.
That's funny.
They did the same thing with a case combine. Let's use workshop items. Another custom modding mod for some of the stuff.
This tractor's AI is so wonky. It has more than enough room to turn, but it just does not turn.
When is AI actually smart in FS?
I mean, there's sometimes it works somewhat decently. Problem is this thing just has such a long ways to go that it's going to take a while of me stopping and starting it again.
Remember back when in FS17 when this workers were just pure brain dead?
Yeah.
It was just interesting back then.
It's just hard to like get a big farm going without any help. Like, I mean, I use Courseplay constantly.
Be handy. For me, I think I'm trying. Me and my friends usually have a daddy together, which my daddy. The thing I used my daddy for was I ran it off of my old MacBook, which I recently got that thing fixed because it decided to like EFI lock itself since Mac's like doing that randomly, I guess. Holy crap! 5M changed even more. I don't like this. It's... Oh. Yeah, I don't like this.
I don't know how long we'll stream for tonight. I was thinking like going for like a few hours and taking a break and then doing it again, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Depends on how interactive the crowd is, to be honest.
Yep.
If y'all are quiet like this, then probably not.
Yeah, I don't like this new update on 5M. The UI is just different.
Isn't 5M like an add-on or something for GTA?
It's a third-party launcher or whatever for. It's handy.
Isn't that what a lot of people use for like the roleplay stuff?
Yeah, a lot of roleplay stuff. There's a really good like free roam server, so if you just want to mess around with your friends and drive around without having those griefers, and you don't have to worry about currency. So yeah, it's always fun. I play it occasionally nowadays. I used to play it a lot more like a couple weeks back, but then one of the servers I play on, they kind of just slowed down since everyone was getting busy again. And I'll probably pick up back up here in a week or so when everyone's like on break.
Yeah. Yeah, break cannot get here soon enough.
Yep.
This week.
One full.
This week was brutal.
I have one full week left until I have to do anything, and then basketball starts for me, which I need to check one thing. I'm gonna hurt my coach if I have practice during Thanksgiving. Because nobody wants to be in practice during Thanksgiving.
Nope.
I get a singular day off of practice. That ain't bad at all. This season ain't gonna be too long, but just still kind of insulting.
We will see if the AI on this tractor is any better.
AI is just a different breed.
everyone's thoughts on the preview about the platinum pack that the influencers have got?
People have already gotten that. That's surprising.
Well, it's like the bigger YouTube channels and stuff trying to promote it and stuff like that.
Makes sense.
Just like they did when they released the game and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This the AI is just not liking this at all.
I wonder if Grant Hilbert got it.
I don't know. Just depends. I guess I don't know how much he's actually been playing FS anymore.
So didn't he get like his own farm now or something?
Well, he's got his own farm, and then he's got he's on the development team for like the own mobile game. So it'd be interesting to see if Giant still gives him that or what.
It's pretty interesting though what he's doing. I respect. How many kicks did I just free up? 60 items. Barely any. Woohoo.
Yeah, I've seen a few shots of the map, and it doesn't look horrible. I just don't do a whole lot of logging.
Me neither anymore.
Like, the max amount of logging I do is to go remove trees away from a tree line because they keep catching. That's pretty much about it.
I don't really have anything I do myself for logging and farming simulator unless I'm playing like No Man's Land, which I don't do that often. I have too much crap on my computer. It just sucks that I have a freaking tiny C drive. Be perfectly fine if I had 500 gig, 200. Getting the bare minimum. Yeah, I really don't know any really good fun games to play anymore.
AI is just ruining it for me right now in this game. This is not enjoyable.
But it's like, no, I don't feel like doing my job. No, I'm good.
I just need to back the field border away, I guess. But like, was really hoping Alabama would get beat by Ole Miss. I was really hoping. But honestly, at this rate, if it just keeps stopping, we might just leave the rest of the hay and just bale what we have raked. So I don't have time to sit here and babysit it.
Yeah. I've kind of given up on my, what do you call it, like normal saves unless I'm playing with my buddies and all that stuff, like on a Deddy, which, if you ever run a Deddy, host it like on an old crappy laptop if your Wi-Fi doesn't handle it, because it is worth the outcome. Because one, the person hosting it gets little and no ping issues, so literally on the same network as it.
Yeah, well, I figured out the issue from last night was I was moving a lot of files over in the school OneDrive, and I couldn't really stop because it had to be done before this morning. But that was just eating all my internet.
Yeah.
Because it was like 50 gigabytes of files. So
Jesus.
yeah, we haven't had any. We haven't. Well, take that back. We've had just 58 dropped frames tonight, which is less than 0.1%. So
That's kind of just like the minute like I got Windows installed on this computer when I first got it, I was like, no, I don't need you OneDrive. No, I'm sure. Because I don't really like OneDrive.
that's just what the school uses, and it's pretty much unlimited. So we just kind of roll with it.
Yeah, yeah, that's smart. Might as well abuse the crap out of it. It feels a lot later than it actually is. Wow.
This is getting so frustrating. I literally put like a fence in front of the border, just try to get it to reference the fence instead of the border, and it is just still not wanting to do it.
Does Courseplay just do stuff automatically, or does it do it by itself?
What do you mean?
Like borders and all that.
Oh, I was talking about like, the border of the map.
Does it keep falling off the border?
No, it keeps stopping, even though there's like plenty of space for it to turn.
Strange.
So I'll just make the edge of the field a little bit bigger once we get baled.
I forget how fun BeamNG drives to play.
Hmm. What'd you say?
Forget how fun BeamNG is to play.
Oh. Not much, KJ. What is going on yourself? Just having to babysit this tractor here.
Ooh.
Awesome. Well, I do appreciate it, KJ.
I'm probably gonna head out for a few since I'm getting tired.
It's kind of dead, so
Yeah.
I might try again later. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, have
I've
a good
noticed
one.
like in every too. I've noticed every server I'm in been extremely dead.
Yeah, which is odd for a weekend. Most of the time it's chirpy, but it's
Yeah, maybe it's because it's a week before Thanksgiving. Everyone's getting ready, keeping it nice. Yeah, or a week or two from Thanksgiving.
hopefully.
Nice.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, have a nice one, man. If you
you
try
too.
again later, I'll probably hop back in.
Yeah, I probably will. Probably start one up later.
Alright.
So,
Sounds good.
I'll see you later. About time I figured out how to do a turn by itself. Alright, sounds good, KJ. Yeah, probably stop this one soon and start a new one later this evening, but we'll see. Let's start. And we're back. That's fine. Anyway, guys, I think we will call this stream here. We will probably be back on later this evening, a little bit later, probably 9 to 10ish, I would assume. Just a little different time. So, but yeah, appreciate y'all hopping on. We'll see you again this evening.